Hey everyone, my name is Sagar and welcome to my YouTube channel. So before I dive into the actual content of this video, which is going to be the packing guide for my trip, I just wanted to talk about why I decided to go ahead and make this. I want to use these platforms, YouTube and Instagram mainly, as a means to document my journey as an individual, as a 22-year-old recent college graduate, as I sort of navigate all the things that come at me in my early 20s. I will also use it to document travel, fun things I do with my friends, anything that I really think is worth sharing to myself in the future and is worth sharing with you guys. So hopefully these are things that people like watching, and hopefully these are things that I can look back on in the future and say, hey, you've made growth, you've learned the things that you wanted to learn, you've figured out who you wanted to be, and so forth. Anyway, let's get to the actual subject of this video, which is how I packed for my upcoming 10-week trip to Morocco and Europe. Today it's 3 p.m. on Thursday. My flight out of Chicago ORD is 10 p.m. tomorrow night, Friday night. We fly into Lisbon with a 3-hour layover, and then my first country and my first city is Marrakesh, Morocco. And so I start there and I end up ending, my final flight is out of Milan, Italy on May 24th. So about 10 weeks. I'll talk about the backpack more in a second, but yeah, I'm taking one bag, and what I'll show you in the rest of this video is what I've put into there. I separated everything into 4 categories. I have clothes, tech, documents, and miscellaneous. Miscellaneous only because I couldn't think of another way to categorize them. But hopefully all 4 categories encompass and include things that align with my travel philosophy, make sense, and hopefully are useful throughout my 10 weeks. So yeah, let's get into that. Okay, so before I dive into what's actually inside the backpack, I wanted to talk more about the backpack itself. This is a 2022 North Face Recon 28-liter backpack. It looks like this from the side, and then from the front, I have my little travel pillow attached. This is actually the backpack I used for school, and I've taken it on one other trip with me, and honestly, it doesn't have a lot of space, but I think it's exactly what I will need on this trip. The main reason I chose to take only one backpack is that I like to travel light and I travel on a budget. And in both of those situations, one bag is honestly the best case scenario. I don't have to worry about taking my carry-on, any other luggage. I can just, whenever I need to go, put it on. I have a little strap around my stomach, put that in to ease some weight off my back and just go. And when you're traveling on a budget, airlines there's some budget carriers in Europe, and generally most areas of the world have these budget carriers that are super cheap on the actual flights, but where they get you is the additional fees. Ryanair, EasyJet, Transavia, or Spirit, those are some where they follow these sort of principles. And with one backpack, especially this one, it fits under the seat in most aircrafts, pretty much all aircrafts. And so therefore, if I just take that with me as a personal item, I can take advantage of the super cheap flights and not have to worry about paying extra for luggage. It may be challenging for some people, but really it comes down to cutting out everything but the essentials. And your tolerance for that and my tolerance for that may be different, but it's all about trying it out and seeing what happens. All right, so next we're actually gonna cover what's inside of the backpack. The first thing I'm gonna start with is my clothes. And with that, I guess this doesn't really count as clothes, but my hokas are maybe the most important part of my entire wardrobe. They're the Hoka Clifton 8s, all black, because I didn't want to get them dirty, although they're a little dirty right now, because I've worn them and I wanted to make sure I had broken them in and gotten my feet used to wearing them before I went and put up about 15 to 25,000 steps a day in these 10 weeks. So that's the most important part of my wardrobe. Next up, I also have some flip-flops because, well, I stay in hostels. When you go to the shared showers and you take a shower, you don't know what's on the ground. I don't know what's on the ground. Better to be safe than actually find out what's on the ground. I usually use the flip-flops when showering. They just make everything cleaner, and I get to avoid all the hassle. They also double as beach shoes because, well, flip-flops and the beach go together perfectly. And now, before I go into actually what's in my packing cubes, I'm going to talk about what I'm going to wear on the flight. Generally, and I'm sure you guys know this, you want to wear your heaviest clothes on the flight. So my cotton hoodie that I was wearing earlier, and I have the synthetic material black t-shirt. I also have my hat and these polyester pants. As you can notice, the hat the pants and the shirt are all of this like quick dry polyester material, but they're also the heaviest of all of those that I have. I'll touch more on that in a second. And then obviously the cotton hoodie is cotton, but it's essentially keeping me warm because I will be going to some places that are in the 30 to 50 degree range, so I need some layers. Okay, onto the first packing cube. By the way, I have these little packing cubes. They're compression packing cubes because they have two zippers, one that actually closes it and the other one that serves to compress what's actually inside. So this first packing cube is all of my socks and underwear. I'm bringing about 8 pairs of cotton socks with me. One, I plan to do laundry about every week, but for these, I will likely do laundry every day when I take a shower. It's pretty straightforward. You take detergent strips with you, you put them in a bag, you wash your socks, you wash your underwear. My underwear is also a synthetic material. It's basically spandex, polyester, nylon. And the reason for that is 1, it's moisture wicking, 2, it's odor resistant, and 3, it dries quickly when I do wash it in the shower. The socks are cotton, but that's why I have an extra pair in case I need to wait for one pair to dry. I can move on to the next. The next packing cube I have are my t-shirts. This one's a little bit lighter. I also have my beanie in there for cold weather and a bandana because I like to wear a bandana. I have these 2 t-shirts in there, and I have this UNIQLO Airism. It's like 30% cotton. The rest of it is a polyester, elastane, and nylon material. It dries quickly. It's cotton, so it has that more formal, slightly cottony feel to it, but it's great because it feels amazing, super comfortable, slightly oversized too. I have a white polyester t-shirt. It's like a Nike dry fit material. It's not Nike, but it does the same job. It's super lightweight, moisture wicking. Once again, not cotton. In case I need to wash them by hand or in the washing machine, these will be quick to dry, and so I can pack it away and be on the go again. And then same thing with this. I have this Under Armour quarter zip blue colored like long sleeve. I decided to pack a long sleeve in case it got a little cold and I needed some more protection from the elements. Okay, so that's first packing cube down. Second packing cube down, so the underwear and the t-shirts, and then I have this big packing cube for my pants and shorts. I have a pair of these like workout pants. They have zippers on the pockets. They're blue color, but they're once again not cotton. They're a polyester dry fit material. I have these UNIQLO Active 2-way stretch pants. They look like trousers, so they can be worn in a more formal setting, but they're great. They kind of resemble golf pants. I have my trusty dusty cotton, kind of like board shorts. They're black, versatile, can wear it in a lot of outfits. Yeah, they are cotton, and I'm gonna have to bite the bullet on them because I love these shorts so much. Now I have my athletic ones. These are dry fit shorts. They're pretty nice. Since they're dry fitting, they also double as swim shorts. I don't want to have to pack 2 pairs of shorts. And then finally, I have my puffer jacket for scenarios where it does get a little bit too chilly, and this will be my heaviest coat to wear. So obviously, if you're going somewhere a lot colder, then one bagging is a little bit different. The puffer, it's down, it is versatile, it will cover those ranges if I need it, and it's also super light and packs down super nicely. All right, so now moving on to my tech stuff that I'm bringing with me. It's not a lot, but I have the essentials. First things first, I have this little organizer I got a long time ago. All my cables are in there. I have a USB-C, I have my charging block, I have my charger for the power bank, I have my camera to SSD adapter, I have a Samsung T7 portable SSD inside here. That's where I'll be storing most of my footage on the go because frankly, I don't have that much space on my phone. And then obviously the camera adapter takes up a little bit of space. On top of that, I have my universal travel block. This has just been such a great purchase. It has all of these different plugs and it can adapt to the EU, the UK, and the US. And basically everywhere I go, this works in the outlets. It's awesome. And everything that I will be plugging in will be plugging into here. The other upside is if you're ever hogging a outlet, there's plenty of other places for people to plug in, and I've had some interesting conversations over sharing a charger. Last thing is this 20,000 milliamp power bank. When you're using your phone a lot and when it's pretty much your lifeline, you need a power bank to be on the go. Make sure your phone doesn't die. Whether I'm filming, whether I am just navigating, trying to figure out what to do, power bank is a must. It's a little bit heavy, but I think it's worth the weight investment. The only final thing that I did not mention is I have over-ear headphones. I don't know where they are right now, and I have my phone that I am recording with. So that will be the two other additions to my tech. I have this super organized toiletry kit. I'm a pretty organized person, but this really is a product of my previous travel experiences. I decided to take soap, shampoo with me because the last hostel I stayed at, they had the generic, like that weird pink soap that you find, like the most basic, generic, crappy, doesn't do much for your skin soap, and I hated it. My skin got so dry. So I have these little containers that help me organize my stuff. I have lotion, face wash, shampoo, and body wash. I have my deodorant in here. On this side, you can see some of the medicines. Pepto-Bismol for upset stomach. Sometimes your stomach is not used to whatever you're consuming in other countries. Advil, NyQuil, and Band-Aids. I have my contact solution in there. And I also have my toothbrush, and that's about it. And it all fits right into this little bag. And it's also super nice because it's like, I can just like hang this up when I go to take a shower and everything's right there. So yeah, that's my toiletry bag. I'm not really bringing any other toiletries. Everything else I can expect to find there. One thing I do have, actually, it's in my backpack that I highly recommend and that will save me a lot of time and money, is to bring a microfiber towel. Hostels sometimes charge upwards of 10 euros per towel, and it really makes sense to just buy a microfiber towel. They dry quickly, they pack in very nicely. You don't have to worry about the big bulkiness of the regular towels. And they're super easy to clean, and this is all I need, and so it's great. Microfiber towel, highly recommend. It will come in handy. The next category is documents. I have two things. This one doesn't really count as a document, it's a journal. Sometimes I like to journal when I'm, traveling. You see interesting things, meet interesting people, and it's always worthwhile to write those things down. Other than that, I have my passport. In this little passport holder. I'm not going to open that up for you guys, unfortunately. I have my emergency contact information. I keep my backup cards with my passport. So I have a backup debit card and a backup credit card. The main one I use, I will keep in my wallet, which I will take with me. I also have my yellow fever vaccination, my COVID vaccination, all that stuff is in here in case they require it. Always check where you're going. You'll see whether you need it or not. And then the other thing I keep with me is I keep a copy of my passport as well as emergency contact information in two separate documents. One of them I keep in my backpack, the other one I keep on my person. Unfortunately, in the case that something happens to you, it's nice to have identifying information on you, or in the case that you lose your passport, it's good to have these things on you. It will come in handy for whoever will need it. So definitely be sure to keep that with you as well. All right, so for the miscellaneous things, I have my Adidas fanny pack. This is my day bag. I don't really carry a lot of things with me. I carry my phone, charger, passport copy, wallet, water bottle, and my power bank with me. All that fits in here. It's great. The water bottle, it's a small one, so it fits. Other than that, I would highly recommend just keeping one of these, a fanny pack or something with you, a sling maybe. They're great. I also have an umbrella because I was going to opt for a rain shell, but umbrellas are easier to manage. They can cover your backpack if you're going, and I can just store it in the side of my water bottle holder. So the last few things are on my backpack. I have my travel pillow. Especially if you're gonna be taking trains and taking a lot of intermediary flights, it's often not comfortable. It's nice to have a travel pillow. I found it useful. Obviously, your discretion. I also have a padlock, which are super necessary for hostels. You gotta lock your stuff away. And I have this neat carabiner lock for if I ever need to lock my things to like a post or anything like that in the hostel. Typically, there's not many bad actors at hostels. Everyone's friendly. Everyone has their own stuff that they're taking care of and watching, and they don't want to take anybody else's, but it's better to be safe than sorry. I also have a deck of playing cards because you never know. People bond over games, and it's great to just have access to entertainment on the go. And yeah, that's all for miscellaneous items, and that is every single thing that I have put in this backpack. So just as a final thing, the final weight of my backpack is 9.5 kilograms, which is just under the recommended 10 kilograms. I'm using this as a personal item, so sometimes they're a little bit more strict on the weight you can take, but the key is always, if your backpack's too heavy, put it on your person, because they can't really be like, oh, you're wearing too many things. But yeah, that's the final weight. I hope this was useful. If you guys have any questions, please ask them in the comments. I'll try my best to respond. And make sure you go check out one of my buddies. He has uploaded a similar video to his YouTube channel. He is also taking a similar trip. He's doing 10 weeks in Europe as well. And I will actually be meeting up with him in about 2 weeks time. And he is taking a 40-liter backpack with him. And he has a different packing methodology and has done things a little bit differently. And I think if you're going to adopt a packing philosophy and sort of attempt this one bag approach to traveling on a budget, I recommend you check out his video. I'll put it in the description. I hope you guys enjoyed, and that's all. See ya. Thanks. And next you hear from me will probably be in Morocco.